Hi everybody. Today's video caused me to think quite a bit over the week. Batman must have taken all my good ideas because I couldn't think of what I wanted to talk about today, but I was torn between two and I picked one and I'll touch the next one next week. But Patricia Briggs, she's one of my favorite authors. She's not very well known. Her books always do hit the bookshelves usually. She writes mostly urban fantasy, which is popular, or not as popular as what it used to be when Twilight hit the shelves. I mean, everybody was publishing urban fantasies, supernatural themed books. But, sorry guys, I'm still trying to get over all my allergy crap. But Patricia Briggs, she writes a book series. She has several different actually ones, but the one that she's actually working on right now is Mercedes Thompson, and let me tell you, she's one of my all-time favorite fictional characters. Next to Anne Elliot from Persuasion by Jane Austen, Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, Sam and Dean from Supernatural. Mercedes Thompson is probably up there in my top five. I mean, because you got Batman and Gambit and Rogue, the Hulk. I've got tons. But she's definitely up there with them. She's a spunky Volkswagen mechanic who lives next door to a hunky alpha werewolf. She's best friends with a vampire, and she actually works for a fae. Um, and Patricia Briggs characterized this particular character so well. Um, my friend actually told me, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. She told me yesterday that when she reads Mercy, she thinks of me. Maybe that's why I like her so much. Probably. But Mercedes Thompson, the whole series, isn't very well known. It was optioned, I think, for a film. I'm glad it didn't go through because I much more prefer to see it as like a supernatural-esque day of the week, solving crime, running with the wolves, that kind of stuff. I would love to see more of a day by day interaction between characters rather than 2.5 hours of a film and then that's all I get. I'd rather have 24 episodes over so many weeks, developing the stories, learning the characters, maybe exploring new characters, new storylines. She had a book just come out, actually. Shifting Shadows. Technically, my copy is not here yet because I couldn't find it. This is my friend's copy. She was a doll face and let me borrow it. It's so pretty. So pretty, right? It's like gorgeous. The artist who does the cover work has done all of the covers, even for the Alpha and Omega series, which takes place in the world of Mercy. However, it takes place in another location with some more characters and flesh out other characters and people. I haven't read those because I'm called a shrew for a couple reasons. I don't like reading sex. It's not an entertainment for me. Um, and those books have several sex scenes in them, so I just don't even read them, which is kind of a bummer because I really love all the characters. It's an awful place to be. It's an awful position. It's an awful place. They're wonderfully written because Patricia Briggs. I don't think I've read a book by her I haven't liked. Yeah, I haven't read a book by her I haven't liked. She's fantastic. One of these days I'm going to get out to a signing by her. She doesn't come to Oklahoma because I think she lives up in Montana. So when she comes, she usually hits the major cities like Dallas. Dallas is the closest place to me. It's the closest place, and it's like an 8-hour drive. 8 hours is probably a bit of an exaggeration. We're probably closer to 5. But still, it's like I have to find a day, ask off, see if anybody will want to go with me, organize the trip, make sure I've got my car in good condition, things like that. I'm a big reader. Big reader. So when I say I love an author, I'm going to read everything that they publish, whether it be their high. She has a few higher fantasy books that are really good. Hobbs Bargain is awesome. Shouldn't be saying awesome anymore, but it is. It's awesome. There's Dragon Bones and Dragon Blood. They're a two-part series about Ward, who is a descendant of dragons, and he is trying to save his homeland from an incredibly corrupt king. Really good. Really good. I read that one all the time, too. Not as often as Mercy, but I read it quite a bit. She just makes characters you like. You just like them and you want to find out how they come out. They're not a black and white character. They have their shades of gray, but you know who the villains are. You know who the villains are usually pretty early off in the story, and you know that most of the time good triumphs over evil in her books. And I don't know, part of me fights that, that the good triumphs over evil, because it's stereotypical, it's expected, it's like sometimes good doesn't always win. But who really wants to read a book where the bad guy wins? Really. Her books, they're quite, especially the bad guys are really fleshed out, so you can see why they're the way they are the way they act, kind of thing. And I think that's why I enjoy them so much. You just kind of really they're written in first person perspective, and so you really literally get into their head, the main character's head, really well, and you kind of really see where they're coming from. And you just like them. You like their friends. You want to see them succeed on their quest. And really, that's all I ask for in a book, is a thorough connection between me and the character I'm going on this adventure with. And I think that's why I like Harry Potter as much as I did and do. Why I love Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's silly, but it's still a fun ride. And I think that's just the joy of books too. Whether it be in physical form, like I've got all over my room, or on a electronic version that you can carry everywhere you go. That's the fun thing about books, are the adventures and the stories that you get to explore that you wouldn't otherwise get to, because TVs and movies only cover a part of all the stories that exist out there. That's why books are so exciting, and that's why I love them, and that's why Mercedes Thompson is so exciting, because she's a female, and she's an incredibly strong female surrounded by incredibly strong males. So it's a well-balanced story, not just the men are strong and are swooping in to save her all the time. She's getting into trouble and getting herself out of trouble, but sometimes she does need the help, and she admits to it. And werewolves come in, vampires come in, fae come in, and they help her out when she needs it. And not just Mercy's strong. Jessie, the alpha werewolf's daughter, she's got a really strong backbone too. You're introduced into a horribly abused woman fae, and she's got toughness throughout her whole body too. So it's just fun characters, both female and male. It's a fun ride. I definitely recommend them to you if you like the urban fantasy scene. If you don't, I'm sorry, this video was a waste of time for you. But you guys have an awesome week. I'll talk to you next week sometime. We'll see. But have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.